What's a board foot? Where do you buy your lumber? How much will it cost you to build me? Welcome to the Warrior Woodshop. My name is Mr. Rightaway, and those are some of the questions I get being an industrial arts instructor now for over 25 years. But the one that's unique to woodworking is, what is a board foot? A board foot is a measurement that is only for the hardwood lumber industry. We're all familiar with square footage, volume, area, perimeter. Oh gosh, I'm bringing back some nightmares from middle school math class, aren't I? Well, we're familiar with square footage, length times width. Okay, volume, length, width, thickness. A board foot is 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 inch thick. Essentially, it's a volume measurement. So the challenge is the differences in the increments, 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 inch. Well, I teach my students to convert them all to inches and then do the formula from there, because now it's a simple volume problem. Back to that first question, I wish I would have taken more shop class when I was in school. Well, I'm going to give you a glimpse. Well, actually, let's go back a few weeks into our shop class where we videotaped the lesson I was teaching my students on what a board foot is and how to calculate it, and we'll come back at you after the lesson's over. There is a specialized vocabulary term that's going to be brand new. You've probably never heard it before unless you've done woodworking. You've probably heard square footage all the time. That's for flooring, that's for plywood, okay? That's a material. But in woodworking, a board foot, or BDFT, you can abbreviate it BF, I don't really care. Most people put BDFT, okay, is a 12 by 12 board, 1 inch thick. Okay, a 12 by 12 board, 1 inch thick. So 1 board foot equals 12 by 12 by 1. What's that kind of look like? What middle school math formula might that be? It's a multiplication, but when you multiply 3 of them together, what do you get? It's called volume. So that's 144 cubic inches. That's really what a board foot is. The measurements have nothing to do with it. It's really this. This is also a board foot. This is also 1 board foot. Am I confusing you now? All right. If these were containers, it would take the same amount of water to fill this one as it would this one, wouldn't it? Does that make more sense? Okay. So that's all it is with a board foot. Okay. Is it really seem that complicated now that I broke it down? It's a volume. 1 board foot, 144 cubic inches. Everybody with me there? Okay. An apartment dining table is a lot of times the same size as these front workbenches. That is 3 foot by 5 foot by 1 inch thick. Does anybody see a mathematical problem to do this answer? What's the mathematical problem that we're going to run into? What do I got? So, you have, all of our units have to be the same increment. That's a little more calculator friendly, isn't it? Somebody give me the answer, please. How many cubic inches is that dining room table? You got it? 2,160. Okay. 2160. How many board feet is that? What do we do now? Okay. Just take whatever you get, divided by 144, and from last class, I remember that's 15. Is that right? So a dining room table is going to take 15 board feet. That's also the same as 15 square feet, because it's 1 inch thick. Everybody get that? A lot of the times, board foot and square foot will be equal because this last number cancels it out, really, doesn't it? All right. So most of the projects you're going to do in here will be, so just to simplify your, oh my gosh, it's really a square foot and board foot a lot of times are the same. Now, I'm going to throw you for a loop here. The workbenches you're sitting at, they're also 36 by 60, but they're 2 inches thick. So you should come up with 4320, right? So if we divide that by 144, that equals 30 board feet. Same size table, why is it more? Or thicker material, okay? Here's the ugly truth though. An end table, for example. It is 17 1/4 wide, 29 1/2 long, by 3/4 thick. Who wants to do that? No one. I don't even want to do that. We use board footage as an estimation tool, not a precision tool. So we're going to round these numbers. We're going to throw fractions out the window when we're doing estimation. So, remember from 4th grade math, everybody agree with me, right? That will automatically give you the wrong answer. Well, it won't give you the wrong answer, it'll create a problem when it comes to putting that stack of boards to use on your project. What problem will we run into once the lumber actually arrives? Look at the 3 roundings. What happened? 17 1/4 went where these went up. That's a hint. What problem might we run into when we use this number to give us an estimated board feet? We've already shorted ourselves, haven't we? Everybody get where I'm going with that? We said, hey, it's 17 1/4, we'll call that 17. Well, over 30 inches, that's going to add up to cubic inches, isn't it? So, in woodworking, we round everything up regardless. Because you always got that bad end you got to square up. You got to joiner an edge, all that stuff before you get to your final size, right? If you're going to Home Depot or Lowe's, that lumber's pretty much done. You can use it as is. But for us, we round up. I'm going to write it up here. Your formula that you're going to use today, length times width times thickness. Everybody got that? You're going to divide that by 144. Everybody good there? Then at the end, you multiply times the quantity. Simple enough, hopefully. Whatever this decimal comes out to be, like one of the answers is going to be 5.33333333. Put 5.3, 5.33, I don't care. You can put 5.5. It's all estimation, isn't it? Then double it, triple it, 4 times it, whatever the problem may be. So that is how we estimate our material in a jiffy. How to calculate the board footage for your project, there's multitudes of ways. Obviously the old school math method, but there are several websites and apps that you can punch it in. I have a cabinet calculator software program from 2000 that I can make a lumber list. But the most common method that we use here in class is the Google Sheets Excel spreadsheet. Just create a simple formula, adds it all up for you. So whatever method you choose, hopefully you can calculate the amount of material you need and then go to the lumber yard and get what you need from there. So you can come out not having to make 3 or 4 trips, right? Well, I hope you got something out of this video. Thanks for watching, spending a day with us here in shop class at the Warrior Woodshop. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when we do post our project videos and safety videos, because we got lots of those on our site. It's 2025 and our goal is to put 25 new videos out this year. So I hope you enjoyed it. And after you're done calculating how much material you need, go out and make some sawdust.